One can learn from practically any field, and during my years as a paranormal investigator, I was able to learn a lot about the connection between religious beliefs, science, and the unexplainable. And from that learning, I was able to notice interesting patterns related to the response to the questions. Where do spirits come from? Where does the paranormal come from? Well, the answer that is most often repeated is the one that is also widely described in occult books. I'm talking about dark entities that for some reason manifest themselves in our reality. Entities that in many cultures are called demons. Almost always, any paranormal phenomena can be associated with a specific group of creatures, entities that have been documented for centuries, creatures that you will know of in this video, and in some, I have put clips where I believe their manifestation was captured. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present the most dangerous demons of the occult. Number 6. The first demon of this investigation is the least tangible. A demon that is supposed to be common, but its description and its activities in this world are so extensive that having evidence of its presence becomes almost impossible. It was first named in writings referring to the religion of Zoroastrianism. They are writings that speak of a particular demon that corrupts the will of man, and it's called Akamana. According to this faith, the mission and the objective of this being is to prevent the human being from carrying out actions of goodwill. Akamana is in charge of installing in you feelings such as greed, apathy, and in general, carelessness of others. For example, if you see an animal in trouble and do nothing, or if you see that a person needs help and you just walk by, that is where Akamana is supposedly present. A creature capable of fomenting inaction in you to intervene in such cases. In fact, the power of this demon does not stop there. It is said that Akamana tries to influence the decisions, the most powerful and influential people in the world. It tries to influence them to simply delight itself in the chaos. People that if they would have worked together, would surely make or would have made this world a better place to live in. Examples of the work of this demon can be seen daily. Surely if you pay attention, you will be able to distinguish a couple of examples when you notice how hostile people are sometimes with others, and simply without reason. Number 5. This demon is special because it is believed to be the original version of the Grim Reaper. You see, in both the Christian and Jewish religions, Abaddon is described as a fallen angel who would hold the keys to a deep abyss where an impressive and terrifying army of demonic beings awaits and will disperse on Judgment Day. According to the books that describe him, Abaddon always wears black. He is present in our reality to snatch the spirit from the living and throw it to death with his horrible demonic army, an army that grows every day with every death, preparing the great horde for the final day. That's right. Abaddon throws the souls of the recently deceased directly into that abyss, which is why there are many who think that Abaddon is the origin of that dark entity known as the Grim Reaper. It would be nothing more than simple stories that would have tormented you tonight if it weren't for certain recordings that make us suspect that this demon really exists. or like this one, where a boy accidentally falls under a truck, losing his life. Do you remember it? Or a more recent one, which makes itself present during a fight that ended with someone deceased. The collective knowledge considers that death makes itself present to take away the spirits of those who have just died. However, occult researchers believe that it is Abaddon who is responsible for that destiny taking shape. It showed up here to overturn that vehicle, causing the boy to fall between the tires and making sure that accident ended with someone dead. Undoubtedly, a very interesting spiritual being to study. Number 4. In the east of Serbia, the people believe a lot in Allah, or also known as El, a demonic being who mostly likes to cause chaos in crops and other sources of food, but who also has a second interest, which has to do with animals. You see, in most of the drawings that are used in the representation of demonic entities, many appear in the form of animals with horns, tails, hooves, and other features that many demons adopt after rejecting God and following Lucifer's orders. Well, it is believed that El, obsessed with this animal form, usually mistreats and hurts animals to optimize a metamorphosis and appear much more like an animal form, and thus appear in our reality going unnoticed. This is why, for many, this wicked being is the Satan of animals. To learn about the shape of an animal, El usually stalks it, annoys it, frightens it until the end, taking the animal's life in its experiments. Could it have been El who was stalking this dog in this video? Do you remember? Perhaps it was not an accident, and this pet has been under its surveillance for some time. Or how to forget this recording. Do you remember this dog named Coco? He experienced a quite distressing situation when he was literally pulled by something that cannot be seen. Do you remember the marks that were left inside the place where it fell? How were these marks so much bigger than what a dog could leave? For many, it is not an exaggeration to say that Allah was present. Number 3. The amount and types of demons is as vast as religions, creeds, and cultures that exist on Earth. In fact, each society, no matter how small, contains its own demons under the beliefs and traditions that govern them. And it is in this sea of entities that we find quite particular ones, and that were named for the first time in ancient Arabic books, before the Islamic religion even emerged. I'm referring specifically to the jinn. According to various beliefs from the Middle East, the jinn seek the company of human beings, but it is very rarely possible to see them, since their tendency is to remain close but hidden. This is why many associate them with the well-known Shadow Man we have talked about in previous videos. In fact, many of you associate this video with those mythical entities. Due to its proximity to the people who appear in this recording, some think that it is actually a jinn wanting to keep these people company, or this other incredible footage captured by a security camera. At first it was thought to be an insect very close to the camera. However, just minutes later, another camera installed outside the house witnessed this. Could both clips have been evidence of these well-known jinn? Tell me what you think. Number 2. The next demon is one that if you are a follower of my channel, then you know well. Some time ago I made a video exclusively about this demon, where it is believed it would have intervened, leaving disastrous consequences. I'm talking about Baphomet, the demon of carelessness or forgetfulness. At that time I told you that it was an ancient Hebrew demon, which has the mission of convincing people to take their own lives. Not by installing self-destructive or depressive thoughts, but on the contrary, placing distractions in your mind so that essential and vitally important things are simply forgotten to endanger your life. Burning pots that cause fires, burning stoves that when turned off become lethal from the gas, forgetting to put on a seatbelt, or the case we saw of that man who jumped out of the plane without a parachute. Do you recall it? Acts like this and other daily activities that carry a potential danger if we are careless in our current situation, and that Baphomet is happy to help out with. Number 1. And we conclude this investigation with a very particular demon, but no less evil for that. I'm talking about Abizu, one of the few female demons that we find in beliefs of the East and part of Europe. According to Jewish mythology, its only intention in the world is to cause as many abortions as possible. Described in Solomon's Testament as a creature with greenish hair and snakes instead of hair, Abizu does not sleep as she travels the world in a perpetual watch for women in the process of giving birth, with the objective of killing newborns, a malignant flow that does not end there, since its evil is so great that in addition to abortions, whether spontaneous or not, it also kills unborn children whose mothers have had an accident or any other stressful situation. She's even related to infant mortality. It is believed that her evil behavior is due to the fact that she is a sterile being, and that out of envy and jealousy, she tries to spoil the pregnancies of all the women on earth. Without a doubt, a demon that, like the others we saw in this video, wanders around looking for the misfortune of human beings. Did you recognize any of these? Do you know of any other demons that should have appeared in this video? Leave it in the comments, because this video has come to an end. My name